Yo, 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 it's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You already know. So today I want to talk about assumptions. I believe assumptions is the number one relationship killer, no matter what type of relationship you in. Stop making assumptions. If it's that important to you, ask. Ask questions. Put your pride, put your ego to the side, and ask that person. If you don't really care what the outcome of the result is, then it doesn't matter. Assume all you want, because you don't have to deal with that situation or that problem or that person. It's really not that big of a deal. But if you're losing sleep overnight and you're tossing and turning, obviously it's bothered you. And it's probably a coincidence. It's probably something that looks like something that's probably really nothing, but you ain't gonna know until you ask the right questions. But most of us are not gonna ask. We ain't gonna do that. We too real, our pride and our ego. We rather just assume that when we're gonna start acting funny, then that person's gonna be like, yo, why send acting funny for? And then that's how the ball gets rolling. Now everybody's acting funny. I'm acting funny, you acting funny. Relationships are broken. People, let's stop assuming. There's a such thing as logical assumptions, but at the end of the day, it's still an assumption. Certain things look like certain things, and you're like, oh, I know that's it. There's no way A, B, C, D line up, and that can't be that. But until you find those measure of facts, no matter how good it might look, and you might be 100% right, you might be. But there's a flip side of the coin, you might be 100% wrong. So at the end of the day, we want to assume it. And everybody base their whole day and living off of assumptions. Instead of just asking, which you can find the answer out. Because facts is facts, you know. And even if the person lies to you, just to throw you off, at least you can sleep every night, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what's the point at the end of the day. Your peace of mind. As long as you know you had no malice, no ill intent, and that person wants to lie, say if you assumed a certain thing, right? And now you bring it to that person, hey, ba 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 ba. No, that's not the case. And you're like, okay. I guess in your head now, you're like, I guess that assumption was wrong. And that's it. Now, if that person lied, they're feeling it, not you. Because they could have cleared the air right there and everything would have been straight. But their pride and ego was so strong that they wanted to front and lie because to avoid the conversation for whatever reason. I don't know. Everybody got a reason for doing something. You know? That's just how it is. It's true. The person who killed Malcolm X, Martin Luther, person who killed anybody, person who did anything. Everybody has a reason. There's a method to their madness. Or at least I would hope so. Because if it ain't, then I don't know. You need to, I'm gonna drop the water. You need to go check yourself in. If you're just doing things just to do things and you don't know why you're doing it, that's a problem. Part of self. So people, stop making assumptions. Sometimes things happens to me all the time. I don't take it personally no more. I ask. If you're important to me, I ask. Yo, I just called you. I didn't get you. You called me back. You didn't get me. I called you. Are you doing that purpose or is it just a coincidence? I'm gonna come straight up, and that's minor. I mean, we talk about big things, people. But I'm just giving you an example. Something like that, that's minor, but still. When he called me, I could have been in the bathroom. Or when she called me, I could have been in the bathroom. When I called her back, she could have been taking out the garbage. So it looks like we're playing phone tag, like, oh, he's just not answering my call, or she's not answering my call. It might not even be like that. It just looks like that sometimes. So instead of assuming and causing all this turmoil in your head and within your relationship, whether it's a friendship or your spouse or whoever, stop assuming. Ask questions. If you care about them that much, that is bothering you again, like I said, this only applies if you're having problems sleeping at night. Meaning, like, this person means something to you. You know what I'm saying? If they don't, then if it don't apply, let it fly. You don't really care. It's not bothering you. But if it is a person of a higher value, it's going to bother you. So ask the question. Don't assume. There are coincidences. Trust me, people. Things happen all the time that looks like something, and most of the time it's a coincidence. But we already programmed, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's a duck. Especially if you have a perception about a situation or a person. Because perception and assumption go hand in hand. But I'm going to do a video on perception another day. But trust me, perception and assumption go hand in hand, because your perception, you perceive your outlook of whatever the subject is or person a certain way. But there's still details missing. That's why you're perceiving it that way. If you had all the details, you wouldn't perceive it anyway. You would see it for what it is. Like I said, sometimes even with the details, the mind, everybody's different, people still tend to see what they want to see. And that's something, I don't even know how to fix that. I'm not a psychologist, so that's a whole nother ball game. That's, like I said again, going back to, hopefully there's a method to your madness. Those people that don't have a method to their madness, that's a whole nother ball game. You don't have to listen to me for that. You need somebody a lot stronger and maybe medication. And I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. But my people, stop assuming. We're not here on this earth that long. Let's not ruin the good, great relationships we built for whatever reasons, whether it's for a season, reason, or a lifetime. People come in our life for a reason. Let's not break those relationships over assumptions and make an ass out of ourselves because we're too big enough to ask a question. We're too big enough. Ain't no such thing as stupid questions, people. Stop assuming. It's your boy Sincere J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You already know, alright?